Does your cat lick plastic bags? You bring the groceries in, set them on the counter, and before you've even put anything away, your cat is already there. Licking, crinkling, completely fixated on a thin piece of plastic like it's the most fascinating thing they've ever encountered. Most people laugh it off. Just a weird cat thing. Maybe they like the texture. Maybe they're just being strange. But here's what nobody tells you. That licking isn't random. It's not a quirk. And in some cases, it's your cat's way of telling you something about their physical or emotional state that you've been completely overlooking. Let's break down the real reasons behind this behavior, from the chemical to the instinctual. And the last reason on this list is the one most owners need to hear, because it might mean something about your cat's well-being that you don't want to ignore. The bag isn't empty. It's covered in invisible flavor. Why would a cat, an animal with one of the most refined sensory systems on the planet, be attracted to a grocery bag? It seems absurd, but here's what most people don't realize. That bag is not tasteless, not to your cat. Many plastic bags, especially grocery bags and bread bags, are manufactured using compounds derived from animal fats. These are called slip agents, and they're added during production to prevent the plastic from sticking together. The most common ones, stearamide and oleamide, are made from rendered animal tallow. To a human nose, they're undetectable, but your cat's sense of smell is 14 times more powerful than yours. What you perceive as a plain, boring bag, your cat experiences as a surface coated in a faint but unmistakable layer of animal-derived residue. They're not being weird. They're detecting something you literally cannot. That lick is your cat's way of investigating a scent signal that their entire predatory system was built to notice. Your cat isn't broken. Their senses are just operating on a level you can't access. The sound is doing something to their brain. Have you noticed that your cat doesn't just lick the bag? They crinkle it. They paw at it. They press their face into it just to make it rustle, and when it does, something changes in them. Their eyes widen, their ears lock forward. They do it again. Most people think their cat just likes making noise, but here's what's actually happening. The crinkling sound of a plastic bag produces high-frequency, irregular noise bursts, and those bursts fall into a very specific range, the same frequency range as small prey animals moving through dry grass and leaves. Your cat's auditory system is hardwired to lock onto exactly these kinds of sounds. In the wild, this is the sound of dinner, a mouse shifting through underbrush, an insect skittering across bark. The acoustic profile of a crinkling plastic bag triggers the same neurological alert system that would activate during a hunt. So when your cat attacks a grocery bag at midnight, like their life depends on it, their brain is genuinely processing it as potential prey. They're not playing. They're running 10,000 years of predatory software on a bag from the supermarket. And honestly, that might be the most beautifully absurd thing about living with a cat. And hey, if this is already making you look at that grocery bag differently, take a second to hit like and subscribe. It's how we reach more cat people who actually want to understand what's going on inside their cat's head. The texture satisfies something primal. Why does your cat lick the bag itself? Not just sniff it, not just bite it, but run their tongue across the surface over and over again? A cat's tongue is covered in tiny backward-facing spines called papillae. These structures are made of keratin, the same material as their claws. In the wild, these spines serve a critical purpose. They strip meat from bone. They remove loose fur during grooming. They filter water. The smooth, slightly resistant surface of a plastic bag provides a very specific tactile feedback against those papillae. It's not like fabric. It's not like fur. It's something in between. And for some cats, that sensation is deeply satisfying on a sensory level. Veterinary behaviorists compare this to the reason some humans enjoy popping bubble wrap. It's not logical. It's not nutritional. It's a texture that triggers a small, repeating hit of sensory satisfaction that's hard to stop once you start. Your cat isn't doing something meaningless. They're experiencing a sensory loop their brain finds genuinely rewarding. The bag just happens to be the perfect surface to scratch that itch. They're smelling everywhere you've been. Here's a detail most owners never consider. Where was that bag before it ended up in your kitchen? It sat in a store surrounded by hundreds of people. different foods, cleaning products, other animals' scent trails. Then it rode in your car. It sat in the trunk next to whatever else was in there. Then you carried it through the door, through the hallway, into the kitchen. To you, it's just a bag. To your cat, it's the most interesting newspaper in the world. Cats use their tongue and their Jacobsons organ, a specialized scent receptor in the roof of their mouth, to process complex chemical information. When they lick a surface, they're not just tasting it. They're pulling scent molecules into this organ for deeper analysis. It's called the felines response, and it gives them access to an entire layer of chemical data that their nose alone can't fully decode. When your cat licks that bag, they're reading a story. Where you went, what was near you, what touched this object before it touched your counter. For an indoor cat who never leaves the house, that bag is a window to the outside world. They're not being strange, they're doing research. And you just brought them the most exciting data set they've had all week. It might be boredom you haven't noticed yet. Here's where the tone shifts a little, because not every reason your cat licks plastic is harmless. And this one is more common than most owners want to admit. Cats are natural hunters. Their brains are designed for short, intense bursts of activity. Stalk, chase, catch, eat, rest. That cycle is supposed to repeat multiple times a day, but most indoor cats never get to complete it. Their food shows up in a bowl. Nothing needs to be chased. Nothing needs to be caught. And when that predatory cycle goes unfulfilled day after day, the energy doesn't disappear. It redirects into unusual behaviors, excessive grooming, knocking things off tables, and yes, obsessively licking non-food objects like plastic bags. Veterinary behaviorists call this displacement behavior. The cat's system is looking for stimulation. It's not getting through normal channels, so it finds a substitute. The bag crinkles, it moves, it reacts to their touch. For a cat with nothing to hunt, it's the closest thing to a prey interaction they can manufacture on their own. If your cat licks plastic occasionally, it's probably sensory curiosity. But if they do it compulsively, every chance they get, seeking out bags the moment they appear, that might be your cat quietly telling you that their world is too small. Not in space, in stimulation. When it's more than a habit, it's called Pica, and it matters. What if your cat isn't just licking the plastic? What if they're chewing it, tearing pieces off? What if you found small bits of shredded bag around the house, or worse, in their litter box? This is the part most owners need to take seriously. Pica is a condition in which cats compulsively eat non-food materials. Plastic, fabric, rubber bands, cardboard. And it's more common than people think, especially in indoor cats and certain breeds like Siamese and Burmese. The causes range widely. Nutritional deficiencies, particularly a lack of fiber or certain minerals, can drive a cat to seek out textures their body associates with what's missing. Gastrointestinal discomfort can trigger it. So can chronic stress and anxiety. But here's what makes Pica dangerous. Ingested plastic doesn't break down. It can cause intestinal blockages that require emergency surgery. And cats who eat plastic often don't show symptoms until the blockage is already severe. If your cat is chewing and swallowing plastic, not just licking, that's not a quirk. That's a vet visit. Not next month, now, because your cat might be telling you something about their health that they have no other way to express. Every strange thing they do is a sentence you haven't learned to read yet. Remember at the beginning when I said the last reason is the one most owners need to hear? This is it. And it's not about plastic bags at all. It's about the way we look at our cats. Every time your cat does something you don't understand, you have two choices. You can laugh it off and call it weird. Or you can stop and ask what they're trying to communicate. Because cats don't do random things. They're not chaotic. They're not broken. They are running ancient, finely tuned software every second of every day. Software that tracks scent molecules you can't smell, sounds you can't hear, and patterns you don't even know exist. When your cat licks a plastic bag, they might be investigating a chemical trace from a factory you've never seen. They might be hearing a frequency in the crinkle that sounds exactly like prey moving through grass. They might be telling you their world needs more stimulation. They might be telling you their body needs something it's not getting. Every single weird thing your cat does is a sentence written in a language they've been speaking their entire life. The only question is whether you're learning to read it. Your cat was never being strange. They were talking. And now maybe you'll start to hear them.